Hello dear learners, today I am going to start exercise 3.5. In this exercise we have to use the congruence of integers. So in last video we have discussed the property of congruency of integers. So today I am going to start the exercise. So let's see what is the first question. Determine the integers in between 50 and 100 which are congruent to 1 modulo 4. No? Between 50 and 100 there are several integers which are congruent to 1 modulo 4. No? That means there are several integers which are suppose between 50 and 100. No? Suppose 53 is congruent to 1 modulo 4. We can write no modulo 4 because this one, if we take this side, it will be 52. No, 52 is divided by 4, and we discuss these things. So this type of many integers between 50 and 100, we have to find those all integers. So how we have to proceed? Let's see. First of all, as we don't know how many integers are there which are congruent to 1 modulo 4, so we have to take it as n. Solution: let n be the integers, there are more than one integers, because between 50 and 100 there are several integers which are congruent to 1 modulo 4. No? So we have to find those integers. So n be the integers between 50 and 100 which are congruent to 1 modulo 4. No? What is we have considered? N be the integers which are congruent to 1 modulo 4. That means n is congruent to 1 modulo 4. So in terms of mathematical, what can we write? This is the statement. So if we want to convert this statement in mathematical form using more congruency, we have to write n is congruent to 1 modulo 4. That means n is congruent to 1 modulo, that means mod 4. No? So from this thing we can write according to the question. No? So as we know, from this line what can we write? This line is nothing but n minus 1 is divisible by 4. That means 4 divides n minus 1. From this line we can write 4 divides n minus 1. No? Again from this line what can we write? If 4 divide n minus 1, suppose if 2 divide 6, we can write 6 is equal to 2 into 3, some integer. So if n minus 1 is divided by 4, that means 4 divide n minus 1, then n minus 1 will be equal to 4 into some integer. Suppose that integer is k. You have to write k belongs to z. Now see, as we need to find the value of n, because we have taken n with the integers, so keep n this side and take 1 this side. That means 4k plus 1. No? Now if we can find the value of k, then we can find the value of n. No? Now we have to find the value of k according to the given condition, and we know that value of n is between 50 and 100. So this thing will also be between 50 and 100 because n is nothing but 4k plus 1. So 4k plus 1 will be between 50 and 100. No? So according to question, what can you write? N is between, as we have taken, n is between 50 and 100. So n is between 50 and 100. How can we write? Less than 100, greater than 50. No? this line we can write according to the question. And here 50 remains same. N means what? 4k plus 1 less than 100. No? As this is nothing but an inequality, and in class 9 advanced we have studied inequality, that in an inequality, if we subtract or add same number, we have to subtract from all the side of the inequality. So to cancel this one may take this side and one have to take this side. No, we should have to take one this side again once and this side again one. So if we carry this one left side, then it will be 49. Here it is plus. If we carry this side, it will be minus. So 50 minus 1, 49, and here 4k, and 1 if we take this side, then it will be 99. No? So now we have to find the value of k which satisfies this condition. That means we have to put such value of k for which the 4k will be greater than 49 but less than 99. No? So what will be the possible values of k so that it satisfies this inequality? Now see, since 4 is multiplying with k and the value of 4k should be greater than 49. No? So what value we have to put? First value, clearly if you see 4 12s are 48, which is less than 49, so it doesn't satisfy. So if we consider the first value of k 13, then 4 13s are 52, which is greater than 49. That means the first value of k is going to be 13. No? And therefore we can write, therefore possible values of k, what will be the value? First one is 13, so second one will be, if we put here 14, then 4 15s are 56, which is also correct. 14, then 15, 4 15s are 60, which is greater than 49. 15. So in this way you have to consider up to that value for which it does not exceed 99. So what will be the last value if we consider? If we see 425 is 100, which is greater than 99. So the last value of k will be 24, because 4 24s are, if we put 24, 4 24s are 96, which is less than 99. But if we put 25, 4 25 is 100, which is not satisfying the condition here. No? That means the last value, in this way 13 14 15 16 17 18 19, in this way the last value will be what? 24. No? That means 13 to 14, all values are the possible values for k. No? So as we got the values of k, then we can find the values of n by putting in equation 1. Give it equation 1. No? Now right, putting these values of k, in equation 1, we get n will be equal to, what will be the first value of n? So first value of k is 13. If we put here 13, what will be the first value of n? 4 into 13, 52, and plus 1, 53. So first value is 53. If we put 14, 4 into 14, 56, and 1, 57. If we put 15, 4 into 15, that means 61. If we put 16, 4 into 16, 64, and 1, 65. So in this way we will get all the values. So we have to write the last value here. If we put 24, 4 into 24, 4 into 24, 96 and 1, 90, 97. So these are the values of n which are congruent to 1 modulo 4. Now see, you can prove it. 1 modulo 4 means what? When 1 is subtracted, then it should be divided by 4. 1 modulo 4. Now see, 53. I am just checking here for your better understanding. 53, 1 modulo 4, we have to write 1 modulo 4, no? So if we minus or subtract 1 from 53, then 52 remains. So 52 is divided by 4. Again 57. If we subtract 1 from 57, then it becomes 56, which is also divided by 4. If we subtract 1 from 61, 60 remains. So 60 is also divided by 4. So these are the possible values which are congruent to 1 with modulo 4. So very important sum and quite easy. So in this way you can do 2 number. I am going to do 3 number. So question number 3 is that find all integers which are congruent to 2 modulo 11. So in the previous question, that means first question, we had to find the integers which are between 50 and 100. But in this question, there is no such condition or between any two numbers, no? So in this case, we have to find all the integers which are 2 modulo congruent to 2 modulo 11. There is no such condition. There's between 100 and 200, between 50 and 100. That condition is not given here. So it will be quite different. So we have to proceed in the same way, but the condition is not here. So we have to ignore the condition. So what we'll do? First of all, we have to do in the same way. Let n be the integer. N be the integers which are 2 modulo 11, no? So we have taken n is the integer which are 2 modulo 11. There are several different numbers which are 2 modulo 11. There are infinite numbers which are congruent to 2 modulo 11. So you have to write which are congruent to 2 modulo 11. Here before 2 you have to write these things, no? So from this sentence what can you write? Therefore n is congruent to 2 modulo 11. So n is congruent to 2 modulo 11, no? Now see, from this line what can we write? 11 divides n minus 2. Again from this line what can we write? N minus 2 is equal to 11 into something. That something is taken as k, where k belongs to z. K is some integers. Now see, n is equal to 11k plus 2. N is equal to 11k plus 2. Now see, since in this question there is no condition that between these two numbers, no? So suppose in previous question we have between 50 and 100, so we have to apply that condition, no? But in this question, since there is no condition, so what are the possible values of k? The possible values of k will be all the integers, because since k is integers here we have taken, and there is no condition for k, so k may take all the values of integers, because k belongs to z and z is totally k, no? Because for k there is no any condition in this question given. So therefore possible values of k will be values of k may take 0. Now see, if we put 0 here, value of k is 0, n will be what? N will be 2. And if we put here, see in this question, a 2 modulo 2 congruent to 2 modulo 11, is it satisfying or not? 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 is divisible by 11, so it is possible, no? So in this way, if we take value of k1, see if we put value k1, then 11 into 1 plus 2, 13. So 13 congruent to 2 modulo 11, is it satisfying? Yes. 2 minus 13 minus 2 is 11, which is divisible by 11. Now see, if we take minus 1, it will be 11 into minus 1, minus 11 plus 2, minus 9. So if we put here minus 9, see, minus 9 congruent to 2 modulo 11, is it satisfying? 2 will come this side, so minus 11 is also dividing by 11. That means k is taking all the values, no, from 0, plus 1, minus 1, so all the values. Therefore the possible values of k will be 0, plus 1 also, minus 1 also. That is why plus minus 1. If we put 2, then also correct. If we put minus 2, then also correct. That means plus minus 2. So in this way, all the values, all the integers, 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, plus minus 4, all the integers k can take here, no? So if k take these values, then what will be the values of n? So if we put 0, here, since here infinite number of values n can take, so if we conclude this sum up to here, then it is also correct. Or you can write, therefore n will be if we put 0 here, then 11 into 0 plus 2, 2. If we put 1, then 13. If we put minus 1, then minus 9. If we put 2, then if we put 2 here, 11 into 2, 22, 24, no? So in this way, this type of all the values are possible for n, no? In this way. And one more you can write, if we put minus 2 here, minus 22 and 2, minus 20, this is also correct. So in this way, if we put all the values plus 3, minus 3, it will be continuing the sequence, no? So these are the two sums which are very important. 2 number is more for you. In next video I will do 3, 4, 5, 6, those sums which are very important also. Thank you.